We need men to protect us, to cover for our vulnerabilities. And in return, we know that you give us pieces of your souls because we have that ability to embrace, to give warmth, to listen. Men, men, men. In a world that talks a lot about toxic masculinity, I want to talk about real men, strong men, those who complement women. The world wouldn't have been the same without you. When you go dancing, there is one rule if you dance with a partner. If you are the woman or the man, you both have to be strong. Because if you're not strong and there is no pushback in dance, you cannot dance together. You cannot create anything together. So it is very fitting, as a anecdote, that God had described woman as someone who helps against men. It is true for both sides, right? So men are those who help against women. So there is a push and pull kind of situation between the genders, and there is something that men bring more and women bring more. And that dance can only be created when women are strong and men are strong and men are confident. When women trust men, the dance is beautiful. If a woman doesn't have any strength, then you cannot even lead her because it's like too hard. You carry the person, Let's be liberal and say you can switch roles, whatever. If you want to create something with someone that is really beautiful, then there needs to be trust. Women have to trust men, and men need to receive that feedback from women. And I know that there is a lot of bro culture out there, but I also know men and talk to men long enough to know that there are things about men that usually only women know, because there are certain things that you only tell us about your secrets, about your thoughts, about your feelings. You entrust those usually to women, and women need that strong support and stability that a man can provide, because for most women there are times that they are not as strong, they're in a vulnerable position and they cannot defend themselves. So they need to have that stability that a man can provide. Yes, I do believe in equal opportunity and I do believe in everything like that. I just think from a mathematical standpoint, you cannot afford not to give the same opportunities to people. Even if statistically there is more inclination to one area or another, those are still big numbers. And for humanity to progress, we cannot afford not to have them in field either. Men, when they portray the healthy kind of masculinity, then they're the most inspiring, amazing people in the world. Those men who are now mostly men, yes, let's be honest, it's mostly men who are sleeping on the floor in Gaza to protect us, who are sleeping in the floor next to Lebanon to protect us, who are working day and night, not losing their concentration. And that ability to work so hard is admirable. Don't get me wrong, women need to work hard too, but biologically we're programmed to need more sleep than men. This is how basic it is that men work more. And I think this is it's a small but significant indication that there is one group that is expected to work harder physically and in general, no matter how much you try to make it all equal. In reality is that we have our vulnerable times and you have your vulnerability that you can only share with us. And I think that's a very special thing that should be celebrated and taught and also given space to. There is room for male heroism. There is room for those things that men can do, that stability, that strength, that ability to work in a very consistent manner. That I want to say that needs to be also acknowledged. It has nothing to do with intellect as much as it is about endurance and doing the right thing and protecting us. Someone that is especially like that is celebrating his birthday today, who, when he saw an Muslim guy trying to hit one of his girls in a club. He caught his arm. He protected that woman that he didn't know that this person tried to hurt. So he's really the embodiment of everything manly and how a man should be, protecting those who need protection and going against those who do wrong. Thank you, brother, for being so amazing, and thank you for serving the country for several months now that you were needed, and sleeping on the floor in the cold, in the rain, and watching the border so that Hezbollah will not hurt us. You are amazing, and I love you so much. Like, comment, kisses, subscribe. I don't know why I do those personal videos on YouTube, but you men deserve recognition from time to time too. See ya.